Well, hello there, Wichita Bible Church. I am headed out for the day, headed to the church office here in a few minutes, and wanted to tell you about an opportunity that we have as a congregation on Saturday to join with other Christians around the country and perhaps around the world for something that's probably a little bit overdue. Give you a little bit of context of what I'm talking about. One of our attendees at Wichita Bible Church sent me a text a few days ago asking about fasting and praying regarding the COVID-19 crisis. And I got to thinking about fasting. It wasn't that long ago that we were in the Sermon on the Mount and preached on fasting and spent a couple weeks actually looking at reasons for fasting in the scriptures. And if you remember a little bit about that time, there are a number of reasons, different kinds of reasons that fasts occurred or were proclaimed in the Old and New Testament. Sometimes there are personal fasts in which nobody really is generally privy to that, and sometimes there were corporate fasts where someone proclaimed a nation or a group of people fast together. Sometimes it was out of grief, sometimes it was because a new ministry was beginning, sometimes it was for reasons of lament. But there are good reasons for us as a church that we should be fasting and praying right now. This is a hard crisis. This is a crisis that's hitting all of us in different ways right now. And lament is a very appropriate, biblically appropriate response for us to have. Obviously, we've talked a lot about praying. And fasting is one of those activities that we can choose as a form of lament, as a form of seeking the Lord's face. I would encourage you to do a couple things. One, revisit that passage in Matthew's Sermon on the Mount. You can access that message on the website if you scroll to the sermon section and look for sermons under Matthew 5 through 7. But there is a nationwide call that's been put out from a man by the name of Julius Kim. Julius Kim is the director of a large organization called the Gospel Coalition, and he is asking that Christians everywhere fast and pray this Saturday, April 5th. I think that's the date. I don't have my calendar in front of me. And they are putting together a number of meetings and prayer times that you can stream from the website. And I'm going to put the links for those places that you can go on Saturday into the email where this video is, so you can access all of that. I want to encourage you, brothers and sisters, to consider fasting on Saturday. Even if you are not able to make it and view all of the different times of gathering online that are going to be made available, try to do as best you can and set aside Saturday as a time of seeking the Lord's face in a unique way. We do need to be praying for one another regularly. We need to be praying for our country, that the Lord would use this to draw people back to Himself. We need to be praying that God would begin a revival amongst churches. It's just really one of the really sad things that I have noticed in churches around the country is the kind of hope that people are promising that is so unbiblical. Things like you're going to have good health if you please God, or that God is going to increase your bounty if you give extra money to this particular cause. Even the watered down gospel that is being preached week in and week out. We are a nation of evangelicals that are in desperate need of revival. So Saturday is going to be a day of fasting for many people in our country that are brothers and sisters, and I want to encourage you to consider joining in. Again, read through some of the links that I'm going to post in the email along with this video, and let's find a way to seek the Lord's face together. Hope everyone has a great day, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.